Ekene, you already admitted that your confidence level is just way too poor. But I'm still going to ask your predictions and players to score for that game.
My prediction, I beg. This one I'm giving. I'm confused. You understand about this one? Because Chelsea are unpredictable. They may decide to turn up that day and win that match 1-0. You will not know. After missing a whole lot of chances, they will just win 1-0. Because Chelsea are going to deploy a counter-attacking game, obviously. And their defense, I don't trust their defense to not concede any goal. Now, Man City might decide to be on their off day on that day. Man City rely heavily on their wingers this period. So, Doku creating chances, maybe Alvarez creating from the middle, Grealish from the other flank. But I think Chelsea has solidity in the flanks, defensive flanks with James and Cucurella. Cucurella, for all the games he has started for Chelsea, he's the best in tackles and third best in interception. So I think he's going to make a good account of himself. And if it is Cole that's going to play there, you know that Cole is also good, but he's young, so sometimes he makes silly mistakes. So I think he's going to go with Cucurella and James. So I don't think Master are going to do much from the flank. They're going to penetrate Chelsea from the center. You know, so at the end of the day, I see that match ending, as I said earlier, 2-1 to Manchester City. But take it with a pinch of salt, because this one is confusing. You can ask me about any other match, but this particular one, it's confusing.
So 2-1, Man City to win, right?
Yeah, 2-1, Man City to win. Yeah.
Players to score from both sides.
I think Palmer will score. Definitely, he will, because he's playing against his former team, so he wants to. If he doesn't score a penalty, he may score a good goal or assist a goal. Actually, Sterling might score also for Chelsea. Anyone. Then for Manchester City, I don't. Has Haaland scored against Chelsea? I don't know. I don't think.
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't. He will. Yeah. He will this weekend. He will score this weekend. That goal, he will score it this weekend. Haaland will definitely score, because Chelsea are very bad at crosses. Just give it to Haaland on his head and it's a goal. And I think Man City are very good with that with Kai Walker at the flank. So yeah, I think Haaland will score, and maybe Alvarez or Grealish, yeah.
Okay, Gabriel, I'll come to you.
Well, this is a very difficult one, but let me try. Lam, you see, like I said earlier, and also alluding to what Ekene said, we are a work in progress and a team in transition. When you have to move on from Kante, a midfield of Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho, Havertz, and Mount, to what we have now, it takes some time for the players to gel, and it is almost a total overhaul of the team. So that the danger in Chelsea is in our unpredictability. As a matter of fact, I'm sure now that for all the form of his players, I'm sure Guardiola is still puzzled as to what Chelsea is bringing to the table on the match day. I'm sure he too now cannot really, with certainty, predict what we're going to play on the day. Now, our unpredictability could serve as a source of strength to us, in the sense that we are likely to take them by surprise. So, to predict, I would say Man City, this is devoid of sentiments now and banter. If I'm to go to the banter line, I would say it's going to be a straight win for Chelsea, and I'm looking at 2-1 in favor of Chelsea. But if I'm dumping banter and sentiments aside, I'm trying to be real to myself, I would give Man City a 2 or 3-0 win. I don't see us scoring a goal in that game.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see us scoring a goal in that game.
For Man
Yeah,
City.
I see Haaland scoring 2 goals. And what's the name of the Argentine boy they bought recently? They bought last season. The Alvarez scoring the third goal. I see Haaland with 2 goals and Alvarez with 1. Because our players, and you know, funny enough, if you look at the stats, you will see that our XG, that's our expected goal ratio, is about the best in the top 5 leagues in Europe this season. But the profligacy of our players in the final third has ensured that we are where we are on the table. Do you know, funny enough, we have a better SG ratio to even Man City. That means we create better goal scoring chances than them. You understand? You look at the stats, you will see that I think our SG ratio is in the region of 22.5%. And the case of Man City is around 21%. So there's something we're doing that is right in terms of chance creation. But Sterling plays like an under 21 player sometimes. Jackson is, I don't know, let me just say he's a work in progress. Because for all the hard work of Palmer, they have always conspired to frustrate the chances he creates. So because of how wasteful and profligate our players have been in the final third, I don't see us scoring a goal in that match, unfortunately. But if by our own predictability we're able to match them, then I see a drop or going banter-wise, a 2-0 win to Chelsea.
Okay. Greg, let's hear your prediction.
Okay, you know me, I'm not a Chelsea fan, so I'll just go straight forward. Like you said, I don't see Chelsea scoring too. Probably 3-0 to Man City, 2-0 to Man City, 2-3-0. Doku is going to score definitely because James is a weak link. To me, James is a weak link. Yes, he's good attacking wise, but if they play 3 at the back, James going forward is going to open a large space between the third centre back and Silva, and that's where Doku is going to capitalize on. You know, so that's it. I just say maybe Chelsea might score like 3 goals that they will disallow. So let's leave it that way. Like my friend Gabriel likes disallowed goals. So maybe Chelsea score like 3 disallowed goals.
My friend, that was me trying to be contextual in my analysis. You didn't get the point I was trying to make actually.
Yeah, I know. The first 20-25 minutes of that game is going to determine the end of the game. If you hold Man City first 25 minutes, yes, then the other players start to grow into the team. Chelsea players start to grow into the game, you know, defend better, more confident. But if Man City scores a goal in the first 10 minutes, forget it. Because you have to come out. And that's where Man City, that's where they are good at. You know, they just pick you around. You saw what happened to Man U 2 weeks ago and all that. After the first goal, when Man U tried attacking, they just finished it. So, I don't know, but like you said too, it's football and they are still the biggest teams in England, part of the biggest teams in England. So on the day, anything can happen. The Chelsea players might just raise their game. But left to me, I don't see Chelsea scoring in that match.
You're going with a 2-0, right?
Yeah, 2-0, 3-0 to Man City.
You said Doku and Haaland to score, right?
Yeah, Doku and Haaland.
Okay. So I will also go for a Man City win, but because it's at Stamford Bridge, I'll go for a 3-1 Man City win. I'll give Chelsea 1 goal because they are home. So Haaland to score, maybe Doku, and maybe Bernardo Silva. Then for Chelsea, like I always say, anybody can score. Maybe Cole Palmer. Yeah, Cole Palmer is the most likely scorer for Chelsea.
Okay,
Yes, so it's on Sunday. We'll see what happens.
I want to say something, sorry. I don't like when somebody says misleading or this thing, something misleading, I like countering it sometimes. For someone to say that Reece James is the weak link in Chelsea's defense, it's funny. It's quite funny.
I'm not sure he's been watching Reece James. I'm not sure he's been following his game.
Should I explain what I mean? Should I explain what I mean?
No, you said
Maybe on the evidence of the game against Tottenham.
Should I explain what I mean to you?
You said defensive wise. That's
Wait
what
now. We're talking. We want to talk tactics. See,
no,
if you
not
play a
tactics.
team-man
You said
defense, like you always do,
defensive-wise.
when you use
Your exact statement was defensive wise. James is a weak link. Attacking wise, he's good. But defensive wise, James is a weak link. That in a back three, in a back four, he's the weak link. But in a back three, him going forward is going to be better. Then I'm not
say that now. I didn't say that. Did I say that?
That was what you said.
No. I said, listen now. I said if Chelsea is going to play back three, Reece James is going to play like a wing back. He's going to move forward. And then the Man City players know that. Doku knows that. All he has to do is just wait behind him and attack Thiago Silva. Attack Thiago Silva. That's it. And Thiago Silva doesn't have pace. That's weak link doesn't mean it doesn't have to do with Reece James' ability.
Okay, but you just mentioned tactics. Yeah, Mr. Greg, wait, sorry, please. You just mentioned tactics. And you mentioned, I can't remember since the game against, was it Bournemouth? Chelsea have reverted to 4 at the back. Against Arsenal, against Tottenham, we played with 4 at the back. I don't see why we would revert to 3 at the back against Man City. Wait, let's even assume. Sorry, can I land? Let me land, please. Let me land. Okay, let's even assume we are going to deploy a 3-man defense. That's why you mentioned tactics. That's why I'm trying to respond. You see, if Doku goes past James, he's meeting Azel Disasi. You understand? And for the coach to deploy a 3-man defense, I'm sure he must have done his tactical analysis and arrived at playing a 3-man defense. And he feels 3-man defense on the day will be good for us. But to say that Reece James is a liability defensively, although I alluded to the fact that in my earlier statement that for the last game against Tottenham, James was not himself. So, and I also said that if we have James in his elements against Man City on Sunday, if it is to the extent of what he played against Tottenham, that you are saying that, I may agree with you. But if it is the reason that
the point he was trying to make, actually, like James going forward and Doku exploiting on that space.
Yes, I understand the point too. Yeah, but defensive wise, even in the back three, James going forward is still defensively sound. Why am I saying this is when Tuchel was at Chelsea playing a back three, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and who was the guy? Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Aspi or Chalobah or any of them. James was actually the one going forward and the wing back. But at the end of the day, he would always return.
Yeah, he knows when to return.
To be the winger. Ask Foden, who is worst nightmare, is as in the toughest fullback he has faced. Ask Zaha, ask some of these Premier League wingers that have played against him. He always say James. Even in the English Premier League, in the England setup, they will say at training, James is a beast. It's difficult to go past him. 1v1 is very difficult.
I can't even remember a winger having a good game against James.
You really have a good game.
In the EPL. You really have a good game against James.
Yeah,
in the EPL.
Anyone I trust is him. I trust him more than Desas himself, to be honest. Silva is okay, but he doesn't have the legs anymore. He doesn't have that energy to play. So Chelsea, to be honest, we are all expecting Man City to win Chelsea. Yes, very good. As I always say, this is a big game. I said this thing against Arsenal. This is a big game. Chelsea at home. You don't know what might happen. Like Chelsea at home, they have the opportunity to do anything, and they have nothing to lose. Chelsea actually doesn't have anything to lose. They are facing the champion, the treble champions, so they don't have anything to lose. And the worst thing you can do is to fight with someone that doesn't have anything. You understand? So Chelsea might just turn up and wow everybody in the game, but I still feel that Man City will win that game. They are supposed to win. Yeah.
Okay.